be tighter than we've ever been, and it's going to be a great opportunity for us to be able to respond. That's what this group has shown they're capable of, but you give the Panthers credit. They did enough, and they made the plays to be able to win the football game, and we all can collectively be able to improve, and that's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to stay tighter than we've been, and this is a disappointing day, but we're not going to stay in this moment for long. We'll look at it. We'll figure out how do we respond, how do we move forward the right way, and that's exactly what we're tasked to do, and that's what we will do. Yeah, just lost track. He just lost track of the play clock. It felt like it was a pretty quick whistle, but that's really as plain as it gets. I think it affected the way that the game was played. There was 3 plays offensively in the third quarter. They possessed it for a while to start off the half, and then, you have that 3 and out. That sequence was definitely affected in terms of the third down, where we had a situation that, you typically probably are making that throw and catch, but it did probably affect us there. But for the most, they had to play in it too, so it's not an excuse. They made the plays. You give them the credit, and we'll move forward the right way. I think we'll go back and we'll look at it, but, it just felt like they were getting some good surges. We were getting screwed out of our gaps on a couple different things where we liked some of the front mechanics and different calls that we were in, and we'll go back and we'll see, but, you give them credit. They executed well. It seemed like they were getting some good pushes. Their backs were falling forward. They committed to being able to run it even in some of those third and shorter windows, and then, the critical fourth downs, whether it was the fade or, the little roll pass where they end up leaking, T-Mac out the back door and he ends up making a big play. Those are, 2 fourth down conversions that were 2 of their big touchdowns. They scored a defensive touchdown. There was a lot of things that were in alignment where, hey, you give them credit. We gave ourselves a chance. You're down there thinking you're going to really take the lead. Felt really good about what we were going to run in that particular situation. When we did end up having the delay, got a look that we liked, and we liked the look that we had on the next third down. And unfortunately, the guy did a good job of being able to, get it out, and we turned the ball over.
You guys, for several weeks, have caused a lot of havoc on quarterbacks. I guess, what was it so hard to do that to Bryce?
We didn't get into a lot of, longer distances. They were fairly efficient on some of the early downs. And then, and they committed, we felt like they were probably going to do that. That wasn't something that was a secret. Thought they would commit to being able to run the football. And I think they were able to have their game plan come to life, getting 37 carries off or, however many it was. But it was a lot, and they were able to control possession, because really it felt like, Matthew and the offense was doing a good job up and down the field. It was really just the turnovers. You have the one punt in that, those 3 plays that we had in the third quarter. But, this is football. This is, you got to be able to handle some tough moments. And our team and the people in that locker room are made of the right kind of stuff. We've dealt with adversity before. We'll deal with it again, and we'll handle it the right way. And I can't wait to lean in. Sometimes when things go well, these can be blessings in disguise if you use them the right way. You didn't want it to happen. We came out here with the expectation to win the football game. It didn't go down like that for us, and now we get a chance to be able to move forward and see how we handle a little bit of a challenge. And it's been a while since we felt this way.
You said, humility is a day.
Yeah.
Stay away. You said that throughout the week.
Yep. Didn't think that we weren't not ready to go. Didn't think we took this group lightly. I don't believe that for a second. This is the NFL. This is too difficult. They did a great job making plays, and they made plays. And we, it's sometimes you get some, bounces where it's a tip ball that goes for an interception when you drive right down the field. Really wish I had given Matthew a better play when Jackson ended up kind of squatting on that out route. And then, we ended up having an uncharacteristic, sequence there towards the latter part when we get ourselves right down the field. Matthew and the offense did a great job of orchestrating a really nice drive. You're in scoring position, feel like you're, going to really take the lead and win the football game. And they made a critical play to be able to force the turnover. And then they were able to get a first down on a 3rd and 5 when you're thinking you might get the ball back. So, you give them credit. Their 4th down execution, forcing turnovers. We didn't execute the way that we're capable of. There's certain things that we can certainly do a better job of collectively as a coaching staff. And we are all in this together. We're going to stay tight. And we're going to move forward, and that's all I know how to do, and I know this group feels the same way.
What were the decision to keep 2-2 in the practice window, not activate?
No, it was, it goes all into, your 48 and special teams and all those different things kind of have factors in that. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys.
Matthew, the turnovers have obviously not been much of an issue this year. For you or the offense, what do you feel like was maybe the issue today on the three that happened?
I mean, the first one, I'm playing that play the exact same. They did a nice job getting their hands up. Tip ball, I mean, that's the name of the game. It's you gotta go play aggressive, and that's fine. Second one, obviously, I can't leave that ball inside. Guy made a nice plays, made a bunch of good plays this year, but can't leave that one inside and give him 7 on that one. So that's tough. And then find a way to hold on to that last one because we're in field goal range. Give us a chance to tie that thing up and let us go play defense. So obviously, we're not going to win a whole lot of games when I turn it over 3 times, and hasn't been an issue. And don't expect it to be moving forward. Just continue to trust my fundamentals, go out there and play, and know that I'm doing all the stuff I can to make sure that I play at a high level, and it didn't happen for me today.
What happened on the delay of game?
Yeah, I can't take that. That's on nobody but me. I just got to get that thing off. I thought I had enough time, and I thought I was going to be snapping it kind of right at 1/0, and I don't know. I got to go look at it, but I thought I did a good enough job, but I did not, and so that one's just on me.
You guys, tough loss, but do you feel like you guys still have some momentum?
Well, we have all the right guys in there. That's what I love. You earn momentum in this league. I mean, you got to go out there and earn it through the week. Go out there and play good on Sunday. I thought we had a great week of practice. Didn't translate to us playing well today. Well enough to get the win. So, we'll get back to work, and that's what I feel good about. I feel good about the guys in our locker room, the coaches in our locker room, that we're just going to continue to put the work, in, and trust the results will come.
Do you see Derek Brown on that last turnover, or what did you see on that play?
No, I mean, obviously Felton was trying to move out of there. He made a nice play, but yeah, I mean, going from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10, makes a big difference on us, and I got to do a better job getting the first one off. Cool? Sweet. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Do you have any more coming to the podium?
Yeah, we're trying to